Hey, welcome to the Bob and Tam Show today. We are live in Las Vegas at the SEMA Show. You won't believe where the heck we're sitting at.
Jay Leno's garage. How about
There
that?
you go. We're right here at his garage. Hint, hint, there might be some more good stuff coming up here soon. We're making some more connections here while we're here.
See Daniel on, Bulls on, and XN Biker. How you guys?
So we're going to tell you guys, if we start breaking up or the sound's bad, let us know. We had really good internet yesterday, and today it kind of sucks. So let us know if you can't hear us or if we're breaking up, because we could always go outside. So let me click, because we can't even get the other phone going. So there's Daniel's in the house, Bull's in the house, there's XN Biker. I was hoping he'd be on because he asked me yesterday, what time you guys going to do a live while you're there? We're not going to be able to walk around because, like I say, the internet here is just marginal. It's just enough. Verizon's just barely picking up. They gave us, man, I got a flare up with some light. And
probably those.
Okay, XM Biker says everything sounds good. Thank you. I got the lapel mics. If worse come to worse, we can put those on.
See, here's my internet to get on.
Spinning. I don't know if my phone will come up or not. I'm using their in-house service. You can look on that and see if it'll come up. So she'll look on that phone and see. But we were going to take the other phone and kind of walk around and show you some of the stuff. And Rockford Fosgate's over here. They've got all their booths all set up. Yep. So they got a whole little section there, which I got a pretty good video on. It kind of shows all the parts taken apart and all the accessories. Because what this is more about than anything else is it's for people like buyers and stuff to come here, see products, talk to the companies, things like that. I just got done. If you're a Harbor Freight person, I just got done talking to them today. Wait till you hear what I found out about that.
Hey, Rick Raines is on. Hi, Rick.
And so pretty neat. We're not going to get Jay on. We had Jay on yesterday, so he won't be on the video in the next day or so. He'll come on.
Scott Margie's on two wheels is on. Scott and Maggie.
Let me pull this down. Let me get back up here. There's Rick Raines in the house. There's Scott and Maggie. Neil made it. He said he didn't know if
he didn't know if he'd make it or not.
He had changed he had some change. He said last night he said he had five appointments today he was working busy on. So Clockworks is here? I don't know. Unless they're in the west side.
We haven't been over at Clockworks yet. They came up, so.
Yeah. So we haven't been over to the west side yet. The west side is where more of the newer vendors are at. So we'll have to see. I mean, there's some stuff. There is some bikes here. You haven't seen them. So our first video that we put out the other day was Monday show, and it came out Tuesday night. Okay. So that video there was just us being outside. It was just the cars and the trucks that are outside. There was nothing else.
We couldn't really film
couldn't get inside because they were all setting up and it was all hush hush. And we told you a little bit about that on that video. So we couldn't walk around and show you anything or talk to anybody. So it was more about like a car show type thing. But this is not a car show. But there's a lot of cars here. We got a lot of girls today that we got on camera. So we're going to have some pretty girls for you guys to all check out. Got some neat stuff to show you. But I mean, they got a whole series here I'm filming on. They're changing out I think it's a 1930 coupe that they're taking the engine out, big block engine, and they're putting an electric motor in that. And they're doing it in 3 days. So yesterday they got the engine out. Today I just went by and filmed it, and they were doing the wiring. Tomorrow the engine goes in, and on Friday it's supposed to pull out the door. There's a whole fleet of cars back here, that old cars, Mustangs, Camaros. There's an old 1966 or 67 Ford F100. It's all been tricked out to electric. Everything else is original, other than the motor, the gas tank, and the exhaust, of course, is all gone. And they got batteries in the bed. So I don't know.
Exhaust with electric car?
What?
I guess you don't
no, you don't need exhaust.
Because I guess it's not putting anything out. Nope. That's why there's no business, right?
That's right. There's a lot of neat stuff here to see. I even found some stuff here that I'm interested in. You know, we might be getting a new lift. Dan was out there talking to a guy, and he was just saying that they were thinking about doing something with a YouTube channel. So we'll see. Might get us a lift for the shop here, and we'll be able to get moving on our bike build soon. But I mean, what was different about this than anything else? Well, actually today I found out who built Snap-on toolboxes. I mean, you see this stuff that it's like I went by this company that makes pliers and stuff. Oh, Knips. Knipix, I think is what it is. I originally got them when I bought them from Snap-on or Mac Tool. Somebody had those. And I'm like, the whole factory, the factory is here to show you all the tools that they sell. I told her, I said, I just bought a pair of those the other day. And so I needed a new pair. But I got some it's just neat to be able to see this stuff. Even had an undercoating machine. If you wanted to start doing the bed liners, you can buy the whole setup for around $8,000. Paint everything, wrinkle paint.
You said under. Yeah. We used to do that. Back in the day, remember you had the undercoat under. My dad did it when he had a garage. Undercoat, I remember he's always undercoat and undercoat. Well, I guess now they make it to where that all that stuff don't rust out no more, so you don't need to undercoat your car like you did back in the day.
So you can see behind us, we got a pretty good crowd behind us. Let me spin the camera around. This is actually, so they've got like 6 halls here. This is the north hall over here going in.
We're in the central lobby, and the central building is on that side.
So this is kind of like just a hallway, you know, to get between the rooms and stuff like that. So there's vendors in here. NHRA has been doing some live stuff over here. That's behind us over here. They got a bunch of stuff. There's a guy over here that has a funny car. He's out here with it. And there's just a lot of different people to see in the automotive industry. But there's a lot of different bikes out here. I just seen some when we went up to the south upstairs is more of body works and tools. And so we went there this morning, and they even had a lot of stuff for motorcycles. They had, like, if you had a body shop and you're painting motorcycle tanks, they had places. I guess I would call it a tree where you can mount a couple different tanks on it while you're pinstriping them or whatever you're doing with them. They had another one that you could hook your frame to if you had to do some welding and stuff on it. They had another one that you could put the saddlebags on so you could paint them and stuff. So I got all that filmed today. But I mean, there is stuff here that is motorcycle related. I couldn't believe actually how many companies here sell stereo equipment for motorcycles. There's at least a dozen, if not more. Some of these companies, I never even heard of these people. So there is stuff here that is motorcycle related, but most of it is car. But if you were thinking about, hey, I got an old 55 Chevy at home, or I got an old 64 Chevelle, or whatever it might be, you can come here and see, like, they sell the factory radios at one of the booths I stopped at. Whatever vehicle you got from that age. So, you know, you can't buy it from them, but you can Google the name of that place and find out who handles that from that factory. So there's really a lot of neat stuff here. I had one person came on and made a comment that, you know, I'm not really into cars. I'm more into motorcycles. Well, which could be true. Could be like my buddy Art doesn't own a car. He only has a motorcycle. But typically, most of us have had cars or we own a car. One of the things here, which we're going to talk about on another video, that SEMA here and also Apex, they're two organizations that car owners can belong to, factories, mechanics, all these different people can belong to it. Plus, anybody can belong to it. But what they do is, which I didn't really think a lot about it, they call it
right to repair.
That's right. So they're fighting for that. We know that because our son-in-law, his first Tesla he bought, he could not take it anywhere but to Tesla to get it worked on because people don't have the information. So these companies here fight for that because these are all aftermarket people here. Now Toyota's here, and there's some of the manufacturers. I've seen Lexus is over here. There is some of the car manufacturers are here, but with their aftermarket stuff that they're selling for their cars and stuff. But most of it here is all auto aftermarket parts. And they're going in and they're fighting for this for us. To where, hey, if I want to take my car after the warranty's out and I want to take it down the road and get it worked on, they should be able to get the information, the specs or the data or whatever it is to fix that without me always forcing them back to go back to a manufacturer. So that's one of the big things here that I had no idea. And we're going to be putting some information up for you guys. It can happen after the fact. That it's going to be what they call it, a barcode.
Yes.
That will have, you guys can swipe it and you can write a letter to your senator. And they'll give you the information. You just fill in the blanks and send it. It's free. It doesn't cost you a dime.
Well, they also say that it's going to be on the ballot soon coming up and that you need to vote on it because it's not only in the automotive and motorcycle industry. It's also for any kind of electronics or anything that somebody comes out with something and then they say, well, you have to bring it back to us to repair it or to get any parts for it. So Jeff's on. Says, hey, Bob and Tim.
Yep. Scott says they're going to meet us in Sturgis. They're going to be at the Ski Pony.
Yep.
And Jeff's in the house. And it's really cool. We had Jalen on yesterday. He's not here today. And I probably went back to California.
Supposed to meet, was it Richard Petty?
Yeah, we thought he was going to be Richard Petty, but he's...
we met his grandson.
Yep. So we got him on camera today. Richard Petty, I've seen him years ago. I'm not so much. We didn't film him today.
We did Son of Speeds last year.
I know we met somebody. I don't remember who it was. But I've seen this a lot of times when I talk to you guys about Rusty Wallace. So I've had a lot of younger people say, who's Rusty Wallace? And we met a bunch of the racers. We've met some here in NHRA. They don't have so much of the NASCAR people here. It's more of the rails and the funny cars and stuff like that. Those guys are here.
We met the Snake?
Yeah.
Not the Snake. He was on a panel this morning.
Yeah.
So the Snake, who was Don I don't know. And then the Ace.
It was Eric something. Then we met the guy that when he's 21 years old won his first U.S. champion.
Wassam?
Wobble, something, I don't know.
Not good with names.
Not good at names.
And then Brahmi. He was a pit crew
And
guy. And then
I got Christy Lee. If any of you that watch motorcycle channels, there's a lot of those people here. So we got her on the camera yesterday. Who was it the day you talked to? You talked to two people today.
Rusty Restores. I don't know. Rustic Restores.
Talked to them today. She got them on camera. So we've got
They probably know who we're talking about, and we're not saying it right at all.
Well, it's kind of like when we went over to the Mecum auction, and it was that John. I think it's John, right? And we're like, I have no idea who the hell that guy is. Everybody's like, you don't know who John is? No idea. Bad news is
ignorance is bliss.
We do most of our time. We're working on getting editing video, and I said if we come back to this next year, I'm going to definitely have to watch the car shows and see some of these people, And well, today I don't know if any of you watch Hoovie's Garage. It's supposed to be similar to like Jay Leno. This guy's a young kid, 31 years old, got 100 cars and all this stuff. He just sat across from us when we ate. I had no idea who it was. Somebody walked up to him and said, "Hey, oh, can I take a picture? I don't want to bother you, but can I take a picture with you?" And he's like, sure. He's a real nice kid. And I'm like, well, he's got to be somebody. So I can see on his name tag. His name's on, type his name in. Well, I come up with some old geezer. So I typed in cars, and it showed up this kid. And he's not a kid. He's in his 30s, I guess. And we never talked to him. I didn't want to bother him.
1.2 million viewers?
Yeah, 1.8. I think he's got 1.8 million subscribers. And there's a lot of videos. He demos cars and stuff. I don't know where he's from. I didn't watch his channel or nothing yet. I didn't want to bother him because I didn't know who the hell he was to start with. And I didn't want to walk up to him and say, oh, hey, I didn't know, we're YouTubers too. We're little people. And he's been doing it for about 7 years. I went back and looked at some videos he did. But I didn't watch anything yet, so I don't know much about it. I don't know if anybody's watching him or not. Hoovies, Hoovies Garage. And his name's Tyler Hoover is his name.
There you go.
Looked like a nice kid, but I mean, we didn't talk to him.
Yep. So we're having lots of fun. Got achy feet, achy legs. There's a lot of walking to be done here.
Lots. We don't lose 5 or 10 pounds by the time we get home. I'm eating like a pig when I get home. So yeah, we probably are walking at least 5 to 10 miles every day. Now today we didn't walk. Yesterday she kind of just sat on the couch and watched all the equipment while I kind of ran around 2 or 3 of these halls. I mean, I still didn't hit every single thing. I tried to get some shots. They got some Bigfoot trucks and stuff here, and they got some neat cars and stuff and motorcycles. So I'm not stopping and talking to a lot of people.
Kind of walking through and videotaping.
Well, and we got the green thing here, so we show our media.
We got in early today. We didn't have to wait in line for everybody to get in.
So I don't want to spend too much of their time because they're here to sell their products and stuff, and we're not really doing any real videos on anybody. I've shown you some of the stuff. I see something unique. Like there was a guy today that if you got some old wheels that are messed up, aluminum wheels and stuff, this machine will clean them all up for you. So I kind of took a video of the machine and that, and plasma cutters here, the automatic plasma cutters. I got some of that filmed the other day. They were doing burnouts with trucks out there yesterday. I got a lot of that filmed. I didn't know how it turned out because it was so smoky. But then when I looked on the camera last night, I was like, hey, it didn't turn out too bad. And so you'll see a little bit of that. I got some of that good footage for that.
Show's got a performance card they're going to have out here. We're going to try to get out there.
I'll see right after we get off here. That'll be going on. So we'll see if we can get anything there.
We have some subscribers coming in. James and Anita. They went on a motorcycle ride with us in 2022 in Sturgis. So when we went to Hewlett, did all that. So they're going to be coming out sometime today. So we should see them.
Yep. But it's pretty neat. If you've never been to something like this, we've been to conventions before. We were in the DJ convention and different things like that. And we've been to car shows and a lot of different things that we've been to. This is like off the Richter scale. Like we're going to be going to NAMM next year. That's for media and for cameras and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to go to something like that. I probably won't film that, but it's just to be able to come in here and see all the different stuff. It's like Rockford. I didn't know they sold boat, car. Well, I knew they did cars, but ATVs, all the stuff, different things. They make speakers for just about everything. And to be able to go in there and see that, hey, I got a truck. There's a lot of stuff here for Ford trucks. Bush guards and exhaust and lift kits and suspension. And there's companies out here that make a lot of aftermarket parts. Like if you got an A-frame that's messed up on the front of your Ford truck, they got a machine that makes an aftermarket one instead of buying, maybe your truck's older, you can't get the parts for it. You know, pretty much now, if you got anything that's over 10 years old, you're not even going to get any parts for it. Some stuff, even 5 years old, it's hard to get parts for it. That's why it's really important for these manufacturers. Now, there is a lot of foreign stuff here. A lot of people from China, Japan. Well, I didn't say China. I've seen Japanese. I've seen Taiwan today. I've seen said they were from Taiwan. A lot of people selling shocks and stuff. I see a lot of that out, struts, air rides, a lot of stuff. If you got a car you want to lift up and down, kind of like there's one over here. I said, you must be from LA. And he's like, how'd you know? Car gives it away. And,
it was
Chicano
all tricked
car.
out. It was lowered and everything was etched on it.
Exhaust,
the gas
transmission,
tank, everything.
Oil pan, everything.
Really cool.
It was just nuts. Hey, we'll talk to you. It helps promote their brand. Yeah, it does. And Jeff laughed about China. They're probably here. But it's funny about some of these booths. We used to have a DJ business, and we used to, even when I had my garage, we even had a vendor thing for the fairs and stuff. I'd bring a pipe vendor out or do some displays and stuff. And we rented trucks for a while. I had a display of that. So we've always kind of done that. But you'd be surprised when you walk down some of these aisles that the people are sitting in the chairs like this. And it's like, dude, you're supposed to be standing up.
Dress up like a clown and jump around. Believe it or not.
But you have to get to show the people first.
You got to be interactive.
No, you got to be there ready to help somebody. You know, nowadays everybody doesn't want to be bothered. But I mean, you came to something like this, you're definitely interested in something. And like we found this today, which we'll show you the video on, steam cleaning. They got this steam cleaner. It is unreal. You can clean your whole car with this steam cleaner. I can't even explain it. But the guy kind of talked, and I had the camera on. We were kind of showing.
I went back over there and filmed him when he did the motorcycle too.
I seen you go.
So I went over there and did that. But I mean, it doesn't do anything to the paint. Doesn't take off the paint. If you have decals, it doesn't take off the decals.
Makes no mess.
It's just.
It uses. I think he said it's 0.08 gallons of water an hour.
Versus a pressure washer, which uses like 8 gallons of water.
So just crazy. I don't know what kind of noise. You got some crazy noise out here.
That's it. We're right across from the speakers. There's a place in there called American Bass. I went in there to go to the bathroom. There's a bathroom in there. Oh my gosh! I walked out and it's like.
But you see some of these speakers. I can't believe. You know, there was one that had a baffle that would move up and down. It was this big. And about a speaker, there's probably about a 16 inch speaker. I'm like, holy crap, that's what the name of the company was, Bass something. I don't think it was.
Guys left.
But,
Joe.
Oh, they'll probably be back.
David, Chris and Jeremy.
Hope you guys are having a great day. Yep, James. Other than walking everywhere, you got a scooter. And it's a lot of walking. Today we got a lot of girls. We got a bunch of girls on camera today, so we'll have some good stuff to kind of get you guys interested in watching some of the videos. But I mean, you can't believe the cars that are here. It's just and the trucks and stuff. And it's like, I know everybody's, we're our motorcycle channel more than anything else. There is a motorcycle. We probably have filmed 20 or 30 bikes have been here. They got a cool truck. I put that on the first video. This cool old truck. They had a black bike in the back. It was a Harley. And that was pretty neat. And so there's some stuff out here like that. But it's, like I say, it's more of a car, truck type show than it is anything else. I mean, we got semis. There's a lift upstairs. Got a freaking tractor trailer sitting up on a lift. Got it up off the ground on the second floor. So, yeah, there's some crazy stuff to see. And they got all this different kinds of equipment. Like Lincoln Welder. I got an old Lincoln Welder, one of them, I don't know, 125 amp or 150, whatever it is. And they got all the big fancy ones that are robotic and everything here and show you how to use it. And, it's just, for me being was always in the industry of automotive. That was most of my career to start out doing. To see the age of how things have changed. And somebody might say, I'm not really into automotive or anything like that. I mean, are you in any kind of hobbies, welding or anything like that? That's all here, painting. They got airbrush stuff that's here. All kinds of stuff. They even got one section back here. They're selling metal signs and rat holes here, and they're selling a bunch of their collectible stuff out here. They're selling back here on the back. And there's a whole lot of stuff here to see. Other than just seeing, like I said, you might think there's just a bunch of pretty cars here, but there's other stuff here. But you can also talk to the manufacturers here. It's kind of like I always talk about going to Sturgis. They can't get nothing done here. Can't get any work done here. But when I was up at the garage part, the second floor where they had the equipment and stuff, some of that you could buy as an individual. We could have bought like the pressure washer. The guy would sell me one of those, lifts and stuff. Because they're selling them to a shop. So why not sell it to a guy coming in the door? But
they said, show us what Chip Booth has. Is that the guy you saw the other day?
I did film all that. So yes, I even got it filmed him. I didn't go talk to him because the freaking line must have had 500 people in line waiting to see him. So I got up close, shot some video of him, went around, got some of his cars and stuff. Some of his artwork on the wall, I kind of panned it. I didn't want to study too well. People get excited, get filmed too much of artwork and stuff, so we didn't want to do too much of that. But yes, I did get a lot of his stuff that's in his booth. He's got a whole big setup, and so we do have him.
One. Jeff said, or no, Keith said, Diamond Auto booth, and like I said, all the auto stuff is like right there. Diamond Auto booth. We'll have to go.
So we have a little app here. It's called SEMA, and you can download that, and it'll show you where the vendors are at, and kind of tell you who's here and what they're having something special. But a lot of times, like this Christy Lee, I don't know if anybody knows who she is. She's on some of the car shows and stuff like that. And she might even be an announcer too. But I got her the other day, and she kind of said a little cute thing. She was actually talking on somebody's phone, so it's kind of neat. If you know who she is, or even not, she's still not bad looking girl to look at and hear.
Frank's on. How you doing, Frank?
So pretty neat. They told us yesterday was going to be the busiest day. There's way more people here today than there was yesterday. They told us to stay away from C Hall because I don't know why C would have been so busy. I don't know. To me, there wasn't anything special in C that would make everybody be there. They're pushing. He's got an ice wagon. I get through.
Oh.
His ice is melting. And but we have bomb sniffing dogs here. They got police walking through here and stuff. Didn't see them hassling anybody. They pretty much have a sign when you walk in the door here. It says if you don't want to get your picture taken or be on somebody's video, don't come in. And because everybody here, we had to get passes and we had to get a special sticker that says we can videotape here. There's freaking must be 100 people. Oh, there's probably more than that. Right, hundreds of people, thousands of people that are filming. Got way more professional cameras than we got. And they said they're just vendors. So I don't know how they're getting away with filming what they do. But we had to sign a paper what we could do and what we couldn't do. So
because we got passes, media passes to get in, but then he read right before we got here, it said, you have to have special authorization to videotape. And it was like, holy cow.
So what you basically had to do is agree to this thing and sign it. It said you would agree to their rules, which we never got anything on their rules. So, but we did. Magic Johnson, after I filmed most of it, ended up coming up to me and saying that you couldn't film him talking because he's a spokesperson now, and he probably uses the same line on every company that hires him.
Speaker.
And so I can see that. So we're probably only going to show you him saying the first few words, and then it'll be the end of it. And then, but I mean, basically all it was him telling you about his history of what he did, how he started out, how he built his fortune. Sometimes you got to take chances and do so, But it was very interesting, and I was glad we went.
Public place, yep. Well, I got a Facebook user on. Don't know who you are, but hello. I can't get on Facebook. I've got no internet.
You can go into the guess one here.
I think I'm on that on mine, and it's still I've got nothing on. It's not right now, but it was earlier.
The guess one you got to log in on. You got to click it and say all right. So, but I mean, it's pretty neat. There's a lot of people. We're just in one hallway here.
Yeah, that's over that way is the North Hall. Over that way is the C Hall. And then there's the West Hall across the street, and then the South Hall down.
To show you how big this convention is, which we talked about on the video today, if you didn't watch it. Some people only watch our lives, but this was so big that every room is being used here, and the whole parking lot is used. There is no place, if you wanted to come here, let's say you're the CEO of SEMA, you can't park here. You gotta find someplace else to park. They're using the whole parking lot out here. There's vendors out here. There's truck auctions out here. They got their semi out here with some cars sitting in it. Because they got an auction coming up here, and next week a car auction coming up. And so there's a lot of stuff here. Hooligans. I don't know if anybody knows anything about the hooligans. They got a whole big area. That's the ones doing the burnouts. They got a big giant section here that they're outside and got all kinds of stuff, trucks and all kinds of stuff, girls running around, and motorcycles are there, and just a lot of stuff. But I mean, if you were thinking about, no matter what you had, I got some great ideas just for my truck. Broncos are real big here. A lot of people fixing up Broncos.
Oh,
Jeeps.
They do all the, they did the first night. Was it the first night they do all these awards for all these different things, and Ford pretty much swept the thing. But Ford Bronco won for, what do they call them, off-road vehicles? Off-road vehicles beat up Jeep, which I was shocked. I thought.
But people that vote is actually the members of the SEMA here, the vendors and stuff. They're actually the ones that do the voting. So in aftermarket parts, they're going to vote for stuff that they're probably good at selling parts for, or whatever. But I mean, it's we'll go through that list when we do our video. We'll talk about some of the awards that they gave away
You see
here.
the Shelby booth?
And I don't know if there's a Shelby booth here. I didn't see one. Counts Customs is usually here. They're actually got their truck and they're the company that they probably got free toolboxes from. They've got their stuff up there. They signed a bunch of tool carts that you could buy while you're here if you want their autographs on. I didn't look at none of that. I videotaped it, but I mean, I didn't.
I saw Horny Mike. He walked by with Shannon.
Yeah, that was yesterday. So she was guarding all the stuff, so she couldn't chase him down. So, but
I said, Horny Mike, and he turned around and went. But I didn't have. I couldn't find the camera fast enough. He probably would have came over if I would have told him to, but didn't think that quick.
But yes, busy. We stayed here last night till about 4 o'clock. Got here. First day we had the meeting with Apex. That was really good. Had a great breakfast. They had, like I say, Magic Johnson was there. He was the guest speaker there. It was pretty good. I haven't even got it back over there to even check out all their booths yet. But so I'm still kind of here. We still got to
do that tomorrow morning.
Still got to do the West hall here yet. Probably won't be doing that tomorrow. That's typically where the new people are supposed to go. But I've seen somebody over here who's been here just their first year and they're here. Then they have different areas that are, like I say, the one is all body shop and machinery, equipment and stuff like that, tools, hand tools, all that stuff. That's where Harbor Freight's up there. They got a big giant display and stuff of all their stuff.
There's a big, all on the sign on the ceiling said Snap-on Tools. He goes, I want to go over there and see that. Well, Snap-on Tools wasn't there. It was all this other stuff.
What it is Snap-on Tools now is doing a shop. If you want to contact them and get your lifts and all your equipment come in, which you did when I walked on the other side, it actually had a counter that said Snap on it. So that's what they are. It was their big thing to where you're getting ready to build a new shop. They got a lot of that stuff here. If you want to run all your airlines through the ceiling and all that, they got companies here that will set all that up for you. They got some really neat stuff.
Gigantic compressors. Holy cow.
Yeah, they got these ones that are so quiet you can't even hear them running in here. So yeah, there's just a lot of technology here, and you might say, well, I'm not a big car guy, but yeah, I do use a compressor, for whatever I'm doing for, woodworking or whatever you might be doing. So it could be something here for you. You don't necessarily have to be an auto type guy. I mean, almost everybody has some kind of car. I mean, they have everything out here. Corvettes, they got foreign cars out here that are fixed up. Most of the booths have something to attract you to come in their booth. Most of it is a car, a motorcycle, a truck, a camper. She just seen an all EV trailer with 3,000 watts of solar on the roof.
Kind of cool. Aerodynamic. It's all strictly aerodynamic. Top comes down, so the wind goes around it, and everything is electric inside of it. It's called the Lightning.
Even the awning had a solar on it. And so it was just something different. Probably wouldn't be something we'd buy, but very interesting to look at. And but I mean, it's just, you get to see some things here that, like in my case, I haven't seen anything like it, and it's something new. They got battery chargers. They got guys that have tenders. Company out here that probably buy the one you probably own. The company's here selling them, and you can talk to the manufacturer about them. That's like I did. I went to Harbor Freight and had a couple complaints, and that's going to be on a video, so I'm not going to spoil it and tell you. But some of the things that I've seen on other YouTube channels that talk about tools, that some of the problems that they've had with Harbor Freight. Well, we got the answer to that today. And they said they've been doing it for a couple of years, so they don't know why these guys, well, they actually told us that we should contact Harbor Freight. They may send me new tools to try out. They're big about that. So.
Now you need a motorcycle lift too, huh? There you go.
Well, I was telling them what they need to do to theirs. They need to put freaking air on it. You get some sides on it. So he said they're talking about that because it's more for like a UTV or a golf cart or something like that you can put on it too. But see, most people, when they put a motorcycle on a lift, they push it up because it doesn't run. Well, in my case, almost every motorcycle I'm going to put on the lift should run. So it's nice to get up there and have a place to put your feet down versus trying to have a small area trying to squeeze your feet in there. So my idea is I just don't want to drop a bike when I get on the lift. So that's why I want one a little bit wider. And the Harbor Freight one, you can make all this stuff, but I really didn't want a hand pump one. I would like to have air hookup. And he said they are actually working on the air. But I mean, I'll talk about that on the video that we'll do about when we start talking about the tool. But I didn't even get a chance to talk to all the different places there. Because you could spend this hall here and spend the whole 4 days just in there just talking to each one of the booths.
In one hall.
Yeah. Never
and
get out.
There's 4 halls.
And then one's 2-story.
Yeah, the South Hall has 2 floors, upper and lower. So yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
one floor here, just nothing but tire companies. Tires and wheels. And we didn't even go through all that.
Whole downstairs.
We didn't film as much today as I did yesterday. I wore the camera out yesterday. I ran it all the way till the battery died. So I got lots of footage I got yesterday. So today we didn't do quite as much. She got a little bit of stuff. She got some girls today. That's what we got. Got another shot of my electric truck. Or electric.
We don't gamble.
Yeah.
We're boring. What was that Adamant song? Don't drink, don't smoke. Don't gamble, don't drink, don't smoke.
Drink very seldom. Do drink once in a while, but not very often. And whoops, are we still there? Looks like we just limped off for a minute.
It did on there, I saw it. It just went off and back on.
So, I mean, they got a lot of stuff outside going on. Tonight, we're actually Shell's got a big track out here. I don't know what they're going to do. We're going to film whatever they're doing out there. We're going to go out there between 4 and 5. They're doing that. This wraps up at 5 every night. We had a breakfast this morning with the NHRA. They brought in 4 different drivers from old age back in the 70s all the way. I would have wished they would have had Kenny Bernstein, but they said that was last year. And I was a big Kenny Bernstein fan. And they went all the way to a young guy that started when he was 19 years old or something. Yep. Started driving, racing and stuff, and won his first championship in 21. His dad had been in it for years. And so it's kind of neat. And she just got done talking to Kyle Petty's grandson. He's racing now. Kyle Petty was going to get to meet him, but he's sick right now. They announced he was sick. He's not going to be able to make it. I was actually surprised he was still alive. He's close to 90 now. And we've seen him probably 30 years ago. And in Indy, when we went one time to Indianapolis, when I used to sell Mac tools. So you're learning a little extra more about 90s. Me. Yeah. We got 3 new people that are on our new.
Oh, really? We have to do another video, huh?
Yep. We'll do one. Maybe tomorrow we'll do one for them guys. Private ones. We got a new subscription channel that you can join through YouTube here that will get more lives. We'll do at least 2 lives a month just talking about, or maybe we're going to talk about things that I've had a lot of people ask us stuff that we did, what we just did on the video the other day about a trip we had where Barney 5 pulled us over. Very first time in Sturgis.
Joe, Ryder X, we told Barney 5's story on that channel.
And he really wanted us to tell that story. But we have some stories like that we had before we had a YouTube channel about that. And we were also going to talk about some of the controversy issues we've had doing YouTube.
This weekend? What? Said that there was a driver killed at the Daytona Speedway.
I don't know. We don't get any news. So that I don't know. But it's very possible.
Kind of disappointed in the D-backs. We were getting all excited. Thought maybe we'd have a World
Series. I still can win 2 more games. They can win.
They have to win.
No, they already got to win.
No, it was 1-1, and they won 2. So now it's 3-1. You have to win 4 to win. It's 4 out of 7 still. Yesterday I heard. Wow. I don't know. Do you know who it was? I don't know. I've got very poor internet, or I'd look it up real quick. So waiting for you guys.
Ryder X, that's probably going to go on the channel. That's going to cost you the $7.95 to watch it, $7.99, whatever it is, because we don't want. I just don't want to deal with
step on toes and.
Well, we just don't want to get in a big old fight with them, and they may eventually see the video anyway. They may pay the moron, which we'll talk about on there. He wants to pay the $79. Maybe at the end I'll say that. F you, dude, for if he comes on. Screw that guy. And not the guy that runs Topless Tuesday. That's a whole nother story. We're not here to talk about Topless Tuesday. But that'll be on the $7.99 channel, telling you all about Topless Tuesday. Actually, right now, my one I did 2 years ago is my #1 video. I want to thank Topless Tuesday for giving me the great shout out to get that video going. I think it's got 255,000 views. And I don't know if it's my biggest money-making one, but it's the biggest views I've ever had. Most people are only going to watch it. They're only watching. There's no boobs or nothing on it. They're only watching a couple of minutes of it, so they're not. That's just doing our normal thing that we did before, where we just kind of walked around the crowd before it started, talking to people.
Where they're from, what they ride.
And show you some of the girls, but don't show you any. Can't show any of that on YouTube.
No, it was a pay-to-race driver. What's a pay-to-race driver?
Oh, must be somebody that, you know how you can go out here and race on the track? Must have been somebody like that. Somebody that didn't have no experience, shouldn't have done it. All right, not a NASCAR guy and had truck running and all of a sudden he must have. So, yeah, there's always a challenge when you go out. That's why when you go to those things where if that's what it was, one of those things where you can experience the track, they have that out here in Vegas too. You can do that. And you sign a paper. If something happens to you while you're in the car, tough titties. What they say. life in the big city. So pretty neat. Jay's got a car out here. He's got he's got the Hemming one that's got the 750 horsepower, whatever that is.
Everybody where we're at. People might have just came on.
Where are we at? We are at Jay's garage. We special. Got one of his tables here, and Jay, we got him on camera yesterday. Not here today. He probably went back to California. And but he's selling products now through Walmart. I was wondering why Walmart's got a booth in here too. They're not selling nothing. They got a picture like a front of their old store where they had a 5 and dime store, and they got the old truck that Sam Walton used to drive, and it's there. Jay made an electric one. He had it color coded the same way, and he's got a sign out here that says, "What would
Sam Walton
say today if he knew a truck could be all electric?"
His truck is all electric now.
So interesting. I got a whole back section back here, all on electric cars, and a lot of old cars. They took them and converted them: Mustangs, Corvettes, Jeeps, all kinds of. There's probably about, I don't know, 30 or 40 of them back there. We got some shots of some of them. I kind of combed over some of them. A lot of them are just. But somebody I talked to today, there's one guy had this old Ford truck F100, and I heard him telling somebody it's never moved. It's never when it moved on its own power. Well, a guy today I talked to said they either have to drive in or drive out. Every vehicle that comes in the show here has to be powered in and out on its own power. So I don't know if that's true or not. That's what he said.
And you either have to be able to drive it in or drive it out, one way or the other.
So I don't know. I was going to get an interview with Jay's garage, but I left.
I don't know, yeah, because we met a guy named Jeremy, and I don't know. The more I see him, the more he looks very familiar. But I don't know if it's just because we've seen him the last 3 days. Or
very nice guy. He's
he
got his hair set all up over here. Got some stuff. So it's really neat. So it's great to meet people. We love to do our networking, and that's how we get to do what we do. Is by networking. We thought we were going to go over here and do it for Rockford Boscakes. I thought that'd be really good. Motorcycle stuff, be in the background.
But all that
They got no place to just sit. They got no tables. They got no chairs. They're just standing. So
they said we could.
They got some offices, but they're closed in. They wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't be able to see the traffic or anything going by. You see all the people, and I think it would be too noisy over there too. We just look how many times we've heard that stereo go off. So it might not have been a good idea. So it probably worked out for the best.
Yeah.
And that's what I said. I said, well, why don't we just go over there and ask Jay's garage?
So not a whole lot on today. It's kind of early yet, and it's just going to come on. You know, a lot of people may not be interested in SEMA. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. There's motorcycles. There's golf carts. I took a picture the other day. They got a golf cart here. It must have $100,000 worth of accessories on it. It looks like it sits up as high as some of these big trucks.
It looks like a monster truck. It's gigantic.
I said, here, look, I want to update the golf cart.
It's like crazy.
And all kinds of stuff they got. There don't have any bicycles, I don't think. A couple of trucks have had bicycles strapped to them, electric bikes. But it's just.
Toyota, I've never seen it before, has got a vehicle that looks almost identical to a Jeep, but it's a Toyota truck. And looks like a Jeep in the front, the truck bed in the back like Jeep's got. I don't know. I would have swore if somebody would have said, what is that? I would have said a Jeep, but it's a Toyota. So I don't know. It's crazy.
So it's just crazy. But I mean, it's really a neat show to go to. If you belong to the organization, actually, it's not that expensive. Go to SEMA and you join. I think when I was looking at it, I thought it was like $40 or $50. I might join it anyway. That gets you up to the VIP lounges and stuff that they have up here. Don't know what's in there.
We have some media lounges that we can go to.
Yeah, they had internet there and it sucked. And when I showed the lady, she's like, "Oh, I thought we were supposed to have." I said, "You people nobody checks anything. They always say, oh, yeah, we got great internet. Well, let me pull it up and check it."
Oh no, we've got internet. They just don't. Yeah, you can use it, but
it's like a campground. Don't ever pay for internet at a campground because it's still gonna suck. Doesn't matter. They tell you there's no guarantee. Most of them say up to 5 megabytes. Well, up to don't mean nothing. Could be 1, that's up to. Like in our case, we need upload, not download. Download's when you're streaming and stuff like that, and that's what most people need. But if you're uploading like us, well, you need to send a video, or if you're zooming with somebody or something like that, you need upload speed. So if it's less than 5, you're not going to get nothing. We're right at 5 bouncing up and down here. That's why we were afraid we might
not get very good internet, but it's enough right now. We look a little fuzzy. We're not real clear, but Neil's got to go. On to his next meeting.
There you go.
He said he was a busy guy today. He didn't think he'd be able to get on the line.
Taking care of the mooses up there.
By yourself, Jeff said.
But I like coming here. I like coming here. We'll probably come back next year. We'll learn from what we see this year, how to maybe do it a little different next year. But I mean, I don't know. We'll
You
see.
bring roller skates or
Scooter.
you're
But
gonna
people can rent them.
you're gonna it's almost like running a marathon. You need to prep for it or whatever they call it. It's like you just don't come
But they say
here.
typically about 160,000 people come here. That's why when you start thinking about, I always talk about the numbers in Sturgis and Daytona, all the different numbers people come up with. You start looking at all the people that are coming through here, traveling through here. There's way more people in this room right now in a hallway than there is in Sturgis on any given day. Even that 75th picture, you're going to see on some of the video here when we're walking down this hallway, it is as long as this building is, and this hallway is probably twice as long as what Main Street in Sturgis is, and it's packed full of people all the way down. That's not even saying what's inside the building, and that's only 160,000 total. It's going to show up here from Tuesday to Friday. So once again, there's my numbering that we talk about. Which is it's always interesting. I get some people to say, "Oh yeah, it's way more than 600, 700,000 people came to Sturgis. Way more than that this year." Then I have other people saying, "There's no way." But I mean, there is no way anybody's going to be able to calculate it.
It looks like a lot. Like I said, that one time when we counted bikes, we counted on Sturgis, and when we were at Bike Cruising Park, like in the Ozarks.
Yeah.
And it's like I would have said, just to look and guess, I would have said 10,000 bikes. We counted, there was like 2,000.
So it's not as, it's the illusion of stuff always makes you think differently. And that's like this year, when we get to Sturgis this year, we're going to try to get around all the campgrounds. And we can't figure out tent camping, but we're going to try to see if they'll give us their campsites, how many they have. Because people like at Pappy Hoyle, there's probably not a whole lot of people boondocking, we call it boondocking or tent camping at Pappy Hoyle.
There's no shade out there.
Yeah. Well, it's not a whole lot of shade in Sturgis, any of the camp. Well, but I mean, a lot of these campgrounds you look at, there's probably like the Buffalo Chip. Buffalo Chip, probably my guess would be probably the one that has the most tents out of all the campgrounds there. Probably more people tent camping there than anywhere else. And because you see all that, there's more tents than there is trailers. And I don't know how many trailers they have. My guess would be 1,000. I don't know, but we're going to figure it out. He won't necessarily tell us, but we'll go through and count it and calculate it and figure it out.
So we did drive past the Spear yesterday, like right next to it, and it was like a giant eyeball. And but we've seen it from a distance. We've not been inside of it, but we have seen it. And
we're thinking about trying to get in before we leave, but I don't know. Right now, we don't have time to go to the Harley deal. We drove by it yesterday, and it's like we just got so much here to do. I still got to go to the Apex show over here yet and do that. And I want to get over there at least to film and see what it is. It sounds like over there they have more demonstrations of stuff, which some of this has a little bit of that here, where you can see the welders. And there's actually one of the welding places you could actually weld while you're here. And they had a contest going on. And so there is some interaction here. They have some seminars and stuff. A lot of the seminars, they have a little studio out here right in the middle of the aisle here. You got to stand the whole time. They had a thing that I wanted to see today, but it was going to be on the future of the industry. Where is it going? And I wanted to kind of hear what these guys had to say, but they film all this stuff. I'm probably going to get links to this stuff because we're in media. They send me all this stuff now anyway. So I'll probably get the links to where we can talk about it. Most of them won't let us film that stuff anyway. And it's kind of boring anyway. I was going to do the Magic Johnson because I thought, I was just going to put it on without no commercials. Like I've got one video here that I should be able to put up. It talks about the organization. I'm going to put that one up. And it's going to be a video with no commercials in it because it's going to be kind of boring, but it just kind of tells you the inside of what SEMA here does and Apex does. And it's kind of interesting how much they're actually doing here to help the industry. And you're in there. If you're driving a freaking car or a motorcycle or any kind of vehicle on a computer or any of that, you're in this industry.
Right, Alexis, we have to go in the Spear. It's everyone he knows has experience that you can't miss. But we only live 90 miles away, and we'll be back up here in January for sure.
So we'll just see how it goes here.
I mean, don't there have to be an event for you to get inside of it?
I think they got. I think it's stuff that goes on every day in there. I don't know if it's a movie. I don't know what it is. You can have a ticket and go in.
Welding on ESPN, they're having, I guess.
There you go. So just different things going on here, and it's kind of neat. And I'm pretty happy I come in. I'm glad I came. I've never been to this before. It's very, very a lot of stuff to see. Very, and I was going to say intense.
Intimidating.
Yeah.
There's just so much. You don't know where to go.
And the maps and stuff they have are so small. They actually give you these giant sheets, the guys you can get. It's a big scale. It just shows you the buildings. It doesn't really show you the booths. And they got an app you can pull up, but you really gotta. It's very hard. Like I wanted to find this hooligans, and we thought it was kind of over here. It was way, way like a mile down the road. Still in the parking lot, but the farthest we could go in the parking lot here, all the way at the far end. So, and then we go over Paradise here. So that's where the West is at on that side. And but what's funny is they want to expand this more, the show, and they don't know where they're going to take it.
Well, they said years ago they used to have to put up a big tent to house a lot of the show that they were running out of room. So they built the West Hall over there across the street, and that helped a great deal. Well, then they opened the parking lot or shut down the parking lot to open it up to all the vendors. It doesn't really rain here very much. So anyway, they have that all done, and now they're running out of room again. So I don't know what they're going to do.
During the day here, it's in the 70s. Yesterday, I only got to about 71. So it's a little cold in the morning. It's about 49, 45. I mean, it's not bad. We're walking around. She got her jacket on. I don't have my jacket on. Not too bad out there this morning. We went around the building instead of coming through it. It's like a little maze for us. We come in as a vendor or as a media, so I don't know. We get to come in these different staircases. They got dog sniffing dogs. I'm assuming they're looking for guns and stuff, explosives, things like that. One lady walked right in front of us. It's not like she was smoking
Well,
a
just
joint.
a few minutes ago there was. You didn't smell that?
So I don't think they're drug smelling dogs. I think they're looking for. They're all really nice dogs. Most of them are just laying there sleeping.
A lot of black labs, so that's kind of cool. We had 4 black labs and 4 chocolate labs, so that was kind of cool.
So every gate's got when you come in, you're supposed to go through, but you can still get in a lot of these doors without.
Modeling cabinet booth, MODULIN.
Stop by the Modulin cabinet booth. Is that the name of the company? Let me look it up. Close that down. Open this up. You can download SEMA Show, and you'll know all the things we're at.
Imagine if someone like Pink Floyd or Grateful Dead played at the Sphere. Talk about a trippy. Well, they say sometimes they really got to watch what they put up there because it was causing, I don't know, not traffic accidents, but I guess traffic jams. Because people would stop. I missed it last night. Somebody was really tired and wanted to go to bed early.
Well, you didn't say you wanted to go see anything else. I'm using that as an excuse, but it's not.
Yeah, because he doesn't have any tea in there. I said, "Do you want to stop by Walmart?" No. I said, "Do you want to stop?" No. I want to go home.
Well, we drove an hour to go eat.
That was somebody else who wanted to go.
It's in booth 36061.
In C? Did it say C? I thought it said a C in front of it. No. I don't know. Now, there you go. Right there, up close and personal.
Probably up in C. Yours was that. Of course, it doesn't tell you what building it is.
No, it doesn't.
It's real good. Oh, South Hall. South Hall Upper.
Okay. So, yeah, we were up there today.
We probably walked right by it. Is that somebody you know? Scott?
Scott Mickey. WS.
There's her booth. See real well. Hey, right across the street. There's a steam. We might have been right there by the steam places right there.
Yeah.
Was that by Harbor Freight?
Yep, Harbor Freight's on that side. There's Harbor Freight.
Yeah.
It's on the other side. So we were right here on this side.
Yeah, we were on this.
So we were an aisle over from it.
There was a bunch of people there that made cabinets for, because I showed her.
Oh, yeah, I did look at them. They were all gray. I did see them. Didn't go over there, but I saw them. Imagine if someone like Pink Floyd or Grateful Dead played there. Yep. Potheads all over. That's for sure. My legs hurt. Well, they'd hurt worse if you were here. Let me tell you, Jeff. Elon Musk went to the YouTube concert and said it was the best he'd ever been to. I'm not a big YouTube fan.
Neither one of us.
I don't know. But because somebody, I don't know what was playing there the other day, because our pastor, his wife, and their youngest daughter went to something there. And I don't think it was
Owner
a
is a
YouTube
friend
concert.
of mine. Also, metal cabinets for trailers and garage. It is, but they're just so freaking expensive. There was one there. What was that set? They wanted 16,000 for it.
That was
This whole wall.
$10,000 off.
Yeah, it was regularly
Very
$26,000. They were selling it for. You could buy it. I don't know if they were selling that model or you could just order it and you get it for. I just can't afford that kind of. They're neat cabinets and stuff they have in a shop, but it's.
But
more,
see, I asked him that too. Can you move it? Because
mount it to the wall.
his toolbox, he can move wherever he wants. Because let me tell you, nothing stays any place very long. I'm just telling you that right now. If you don't know him, it's here, there, there. Now it's got to go there. It's got to go over there. No, he should be an auctioneer. I wonder if you have signed a waiver for the Sphere if they don't get sued for seizures. I think that was another thing they couldn't do. They couldn't flash the lights on it too while people were driving. I think maybe that was one of the other things.
I don't know.
I remember something you said.
Well, what they were saying was you can see it from the 15, I guess. And people were having accidents because they were looking at the Sphere. So they have a bunch of stuff going on. It's like when we first got here, they had something about SEMA on the ball. It was out there. But when you get really close to it, it doesn't look very good. You can see all the lines.
Like I said, we drove right next to it, and it was like driving past the building. It was like right there. And I'm looking, and I'm like, what is it? And it looked like a cat's eye because you could see, I guess, the pupils were going in and out this way, not this way. I don't know. Anyway, it looked like a cat eyeball, but it was so close you couldn't tell what it was. And like I said, we were right next to it. But far away, it's pretty cool. And I guess last night he said they showed on the news this morning. It was a giant pumpkin, and it looked like it had a light, like a candle flickering inside of it. So
it's pretty neat
to see.
The eyeball was cool.
They got all kinds of stuff on it. Yeah. I guess we saw it. You might not have saw it the other night. I don't know where we were at, and I looked out the window, and it looked like, because they say it can look like it's not there, and it did. It looked like the skyline.
It can look behind. It can take what it sees on the other side of it and make it to where you can't see it. It looked like the
skyline, and then it was black on top, so it looked like it wasn't there.
So we're hooked in on my Facebook page. I'm hooked in with the news channel here, Channel 8. You can do that same thing, and it gives you all the news of what's going on here in Vegas. And some of the people are asking about, we're going to try to film some of the stuff about the race that's going on, but the Bellagio is completely closed down. The fountains are all shut down. You can't even go down that side of the street. There's no walkway there anymore or anything else.
No sidewalk or anything.
So it is kind of a mess here. They got construction going on everywhere. I guess because some of the strip has been replaced, asphalted, but where they're going to do the race at, they haven't fixed any of that. I'm assuming they don't know if it's going to tear it up or not. Shouldn't. Down in Long Beach, they do which is crazy because they make it such a big thing out of this. I think it's pretty much the same thing that they do every year down in
the Grand Prix.
Yeah, down in Long Beach, California. And they set it all up. They set that up 2 or 3 days before, and it's over. But this one, I guess, because they got the lights and stuff, I'm assuming it's going to be at night because they put all the scaffolding up with all these lights and stuff on it.
There's even some, what are they, glass boxes, like booths, like at a.
Yeah, that's in front of the Bellagio. Like you could probably buy for $100,000. You buy, yeah, in a glass.
Yeah, and it's not going to be that hot. I mean,
the thing is,
hot here.
What's going on here with the news is the people that work in Vegas are scared to death for this race going on. What they're afraid of is typically foreigners do not tip. They don't believe in tipping, or they give a very small amount. Plus, the dollar's different. They're going to come over here and lose money as they come over here. So now a lot of the places, if you're coming in here on a taxi, don't tip them. They're getting $15 every trip they pick up from the airport. Their employees,
right on the top.
They're giving them the $15 tip up front because all these people are afraid. So all these businesses, they're trying to give people a couple more dollars an hour to offset. I said I would wait and see what the hell happened first and see if the people are tipping.
But this year we've noticed when we've gone to quite a few different businesses, they'll tell you right up front, there's a 20% gratuity that's going to be on your check. Now, if you want to tip up and above that, you can, but just to let you know, that's going to be put on there because I guess, they're getting $15 an hour now at least at the minimum. And now I guess they're not getting enough tips because people are probably paying more. So now they're making you pay the tip up front. So whatever. There are lights shining. There are. Vegas looks like daylight almost all the time. The light on top of the Lexar is distraction pods.
But you want to see something crazy. Now, I flew in here one time during the day from California, and the solar panels, they got these big giant pillars out there. a bird flies by it, they will burn up and disintegrate instantly. You just see this beam. When I first seen it the first time I was flying in, it was during the day. I'm thinking, that can't be the Lexar. What the hell is that over there? And when we got closer, it was like, oh my gosh, I can't. It's not the panels on the ground. It's the ones that are up in these towers. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I said, how do they put those up without blinding? If you were an airline pilot would fly through there, you'd be blinded. There'd be no way you could see it. But you have to almost come from California to see that. If you're coming from anywhere else in the United States, you probably don't come in from that direction. Whoops, pass him up.
When we were in Europe, the dollar was way down and the pound was more valuable. It was great not having to tip.
So you know that from going over there, you didn't have to tip.
That was just a couple of weeks ago, by the way. Yep. First part of October. And when you see the Lexar light from space. See, they made them dim that. I don't think it's as powerful as it was when it first opened.
Yeah.
They made them because pilots were complaining. So whatever the illumination was, it's way down from what it used to be. Everything is down expensive to the last few years.
Yeah, I was just in the bathroom a few minutes ago, using the bathroom. The guy says, oh, I'm surprised they ain't charging us to get in the bathroom here.
Well, even if you go to all the rallies, if you notice during rally time, there's almost a person standing right outside the door that'll hand you a paper towel or give you a mint, and they all want to tip because they're supposed to be keeping the bathroom.
Well, they're supposed to be doing instead of, because a lot of those people, like we see it in the Panama at the Indian dealers, Daytona, that the people that clean the bathrooms there, they don't get paid. The only money they make is off of their tips. So some of these places are like that, and they're putting these people on, and they got to work their tips off. So it's not really right. They should be paying them, but some are like that. Like for instance, the Buffalo Chip, what they do is those are all church people that are there, and Rod Woody there writes a check to the organization as a donation every year, and that's why they all come and do their work there. So those people aren't getting paid to work there.
Well, I remember. Do you remember this? It's an airport in St. Louis at Lampert International. To go to the bathroom, you used to have to pay, I don't know, it must have been a nickel or a dime to go to the bathroom. You had to put money in and turn it to get in. Well, you probably didn't have stalls. We had to go in a stall.
We probably never flew back that long ago.
I don't know. But you had to pay to use the toilets in the airport at Lampert.
Well, there's a lot of that. Where are you at? Is it San Francisco? You got to pay to go in those bathrooms. Where's that place that had the bathrooms in Chicago, where they had those turnstiles in the middle of town, and you had to pay to get into them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't remember where that was.
It's a big city.
Oh, no. Was it Mardi Gras? New Orleans?
No, I don't think it was New Orleans.
That one thing to say the kids were with us.
It still could have been Chicago.
So, speaking of bathrooms, here's a fun little fact I learned about while in Amsterdam and Paris. They have outdoor urinals that are right on the street. I couldn't believe it. There's nothing you don't go behind a curtain or something. It's just right there in the public.
Let her out.
Everybody to see your nakedness, huh? NYC has passed a $23 a day fee to drive in the city. Ridiculous. Wow. That's crazy. That's not even on, because like in California, they have the toll road. You have to pay, but I don't know if that's just any old street. SEMA is awesome. I know, Rat Pink, you'd love it out here. Crawl under the door. My mom and my granny would make us, because they didn't have a dime to put in the thing, so they'd say, crawl underneath.
That's more people peed on the floor. I have never noticed this year especially. I have never seen more people that have peed on the floor in a men's bathroom at the urinals. Dude, you can't step a little closer to it. You know? First of all, which is one thing, nobody seems to know how to flush a toilet anymore. I don't care if it's got an electronic one or not. I mean, that's the first thing I do is you're going to wash your hands when you leave anyway. I flush the toilet because nothing better to have is nice fresh water in there. At least if it does splash back a little bit on you, you're not going to get, it's just going to be you. But it's just crazy how you go in now and it's like a freaking lake standing in front of the urinal. Dude, you need to sit on a toilet if you can't hit the urinal. That's my new pet peeve. I'm gonna start giving tickets out. Give me a ticket book.
Feel as bad as the women's bathrooms are.
That's what she says. People when she goes in the women's bathroom and they must stand up and poop standing up.
It gets everywhere. It's like, how can you do that? I don't get it. That's why it smells like pee. I wash my hands before I touch my.
Which some people do. I see that too. Some people come in and wash their hands both ways.
Ding-a-ling.
in and out, go both ways, which is fine if that's what you want to do. I wait till the end. I'm okay with that. And but it's I usually use the back of my hand to flush the toilet or whatever when I walk up. But I mean,
I use my foot.
I've walked. Well, I do that if I have to sit down in the toilet. I use my foot. And
urinal's up too high.
Yeah,
Reach
I
it
can't
high.
get my foot that damn high. Well, some of them have a little button you got to push. But I mean, I do that because most of the time people don't flush the toilet. So you walk up and there's already a cup full of urine in there from like 5 last guys that have been in there. I just stand back and flush it a little bit and let that water flow. Then I step up.
My foot. I do. I've always used my foot. I taught my girls how to
Unless
do
you
that.
had one of the ones you just push the little handle down, you couldn't use your foot. If it's
The
old
one-
style toilet, the commercial ones that got the big handle.
The ones that got the button in the
Yeah.
on the way to California.
Well, you can't do that in most.
Boom.
I could do is hold your hand in front of it, then move your hand and it'll
It's
flush.
got the little button. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
How are you doing?
Oy, oy, oy.
Charlie horse.
Mhm.
Charlie's in her leg. All right. Have you seen Lan Russo car builder? No. We might have, but I don't know. There's a bunch of car builders here. There's a whole contest going on.
Ian. That's Ian. IAN.
Oh, Ian Russo. I don't know. I have to Google it and see. My knuckle to flush.
But you know, at the rest stops in California on the way up here,
There's the
how they got the
dances.
button on the wall.
Oh, that one.
I have to.
I thought you meant that little black one that's
No.
inside the.
That I'll usually use my knuckle if I have to. And that's, I don't know. I don't know why people just get up and they don't flush. Women don't do it either.
There's some disgusting
Glad
people
I'm
in
a
the world
dude,
now.
Justin.
A lot of disgusting people in the world today. And it's just like,
I
well,
don't
people
know if
don't
it's 'cause
have manners.
international travelers, or if it's just us Americans being lazy.
No, but I've seen it when we go to the motorcycle rallies
No
too. So
flushing.
it's like, it doesn't matter where you
Save
go.
water.
Oh, here's one I went into. We went into this restaurant. It's a bar/restaurant in California. And it's one of those big old school urinals. It's like the whole length of the, not a little one. It goes all the way to the floor. It's all porcelain and all that. It had handicapped rails all the way to the floor. So there's my question. If you're a handicapped dude, let's say your legs don't work very good. So I'm hanging on to the rails to stand up to the urinal. How's that work? So my son-in-law, he goes to this restaurant all the time. And I came back, and when we got home, I said, you ever been in there? Did you see the urinal in there? And he's like, I don't know why. With the handicap rails? He said, yeah. How's that work? He goes, I don't know. I don't know either. I should have took a picture of it. I didn't.
If it's brown, flush it. If it's yellow, it's mellow.
No, flush it any way it goes.
Truth overall. Trash overall. Yes. That's another thing. I don't know. They'll do that. If there's pieces of toilet paper or paper towels, I mean, I get a clean paper towel and I pick up all the stuff and I throw it away.
Well, typically here, beginning towards California, which we didn't realize till after we lived here a while in California,
So hang on.
that it's a Mexican thing, because down in Mexico you can't throw toilet paper in the toilet. They'll back up and they'll overflow. So there's always a little trash can. If you ever go to Mexico, there's always a little trash can there, and that's what's throw toilet paper in the
In
toilet.
California, there's almost a big trash can. in
And
every
so
stall.
you see a lot of times you go in these places that don't have that because they know you can flush toilet paper down the floor. You'll see people that just they wipe their back end and they just throw it on the floor. And it's like, that's disgusting.
That I don't pick up.
And but yeah, you see some of that, and that's because of that attitude. But then as we travel across the United States, you start seeing it in every state. So it's like, some people ought to figure out, if you came from Mexico, wherever you came from, our toilets work pretty good here. As long as you don't throw the whole freaking roll down the toilet, it should flush. If not, hold the hand a little long. Get it going down.
You talk to your grandsons about that. They always have to have a plunger in their bathroom. Rubber down. Yeah, they're all. By XM Biker. Beer cans. Oh,
Can a beer can?
I guess. See you later, XM Biker. So, yeah, enough toilet talk.
So we're here at the SEMA Show. We're actually sitting here in front of Jay Leno's garage. Not really his garage, but it's
His booth.
his booth. Got a sign up there, Jay Leno. And
Oh,
but
there's
he's
Jay Leno on the TV. Can you see him? Oh, not now. He was up there a second ago.
so he's starting to sell some products now with his name on it, and you're supposed to be able to go to Walmart and pick them up if you're looking for stuff. Got all kinds of interior cleaner,
Wheel
got
cleaner.
a tool or a kit to clean your whole car with. Here, I'll walk over there and show you some of this stuff.
Grab and go.
I can walk. We've been sitting way too long. So we'll start over here. So he's got easy to use ceramic protection there. He's got some products there. He's got car wash, shampoo, got all kinds of neat stuff. There's some leather cleaning, just a little wipes that you can do. He's also got, there's a detailing kit. It's got a whole bunch of niche stuff in it, different bottles for different things. And he's got a big tub down there for that. And some towels and all kinds of stuff like that. And kind of the same stuff here. Here's a fabric shield we can put on. Some wheel cleaners, some shine. So a whole bunch of neat products. So if you're in a Walmart area, you can check that out. It's from Jay Leno's Garage, kind of neat. And we got him on camera yesterday. So that hasn't come up yet. We decided to do a live today, and I went to bed early last night. We actually got, I think, almost 10 hours of sleep.
Yes, we did. That was
And
nice.
make up for the
For a
4
change.
hours from the night before. And so tomorrow we won't have to get up quite as early. I also want to get here early before it opens up, but I don't know. It doesn't really matter. We're going to start on the west end tomorrow. And then
Back
I
to
don't
the what?
What?
Back to the war chat for me. What does that say? War chat?
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah. We may be getting into Jay's garage. We're working on that right now with these fine people that are here. They gave us permission to sit here. So we're going to be making some contact calls, and hopefully maybe January, December, we'll be going over there and checking that out and hopefully we'll get to talk to Jay, and he'll talk about, especially his motorcycle. He's got a great motor. He's got everything. I love all of this stuff. We'll probably do cars and motorcycles. Maybe we'll do 2 videos, one on cars, one on motorcycles. That way, if you don't want to see the cars, but I mean, it's all that I don't know how many cars we've seen him driving around LA and stuff with. And if you're ever in LA and you
Happy
run in,
birthday, Polly B.
you run into him, he'll always take a minute to talk to you. There goes one of the dogs. He's doing his job. He's on YouTube. He's YouTube famous.
Jay Leno, you're the
There you
best.
go. He thinks it's a wild. They always think, all the dogs think it's a wild animal. They call it a dead cat.
Look at it. I don't want nothing to do with
So
that.
focused.
Yeah. It's okay.
He wanted the dead cat on here. He says, I want that. He didn't want to leave.
Here's showing what it looks like on my phone,
Oh,
my camera.
oh. So it's a dead cat.
It looks
They
like
call
that.
it a dead cat.
So when
All
any
dogs.
dog, they like, they
Oh yeah,
want it.
he looked like he was going to eat it there if you've seen him. Hopefully you guys can see him. Papa. Happy birthday, Polly. Okay. Dog would walk up to me and sit. And I'd be gone.
Yeah.
And this one here, I think they're only looking for ammunition, that kind of stuff. I don't want to say too much. I don't want to offend anybody or get boycotted here. I don't think they're doing any drug sniffing dogs or anything like that because I don't think they could care less here.
It's legal.
Because actually in
here
Nevada, you can have, I don't know if it's
legal.
recreational.
It's recreational.
Is it? And so, yeah. So you can
Because
have it.
yes, we were out here and there was not a rider. Who are they? Raiders game. And everybody was walking up and down the strip.
See, sometimes you
with
can
the
have,
drink in their hand and
sometimes
their
you can
mouth.
have recreational, but it's not public.
It is
use.
here.
I don't know. And
You remember when we
not
were
like
down
Colorado. So pretty neat. I thought we was on Jay Leno. He wanted
Yeah.
to give a shout out for Jay Leno. And maybe Jay will watch it because we're here at Jay's.
here? All right.
So pretty neat. We want to thank them. A big shout out for them for letting us come over here and
Have a place
use the
to sit
table
at a table.
and sit down. They
Because there's not a whole lot of places to sit or
they
a
got
table.
some like couches, not really couches. They got no backs on them. Just cushions all the way down the walls, down that one hallway where I said there's a million people down there. All down on that wall. There's not a lot of places here to sit. So some of the booths have chairs in it, but it's more for the people that are working in them. But I guess if you were going to buy something from them, they'd probably sit you down and talk to you. I mean, there's people from all over the world. There's Australians here. There's Swedens, the
I talked
Japanese,
to some people
Taiwan.
from South America yesterday, and
So there's a big influence here of
big
people from all over.
presence.
Just got to talk to a young couple from Wisconsin. He's a painter, works in a paint shop. His boss bought him out, and they're looking at new equipment and stuff. Kind of neat.
Thanks, Red Rex. Or no, Red Pink.
And just kind of neat all together. I think I might have to go use the bathroom.
I was thinking that too.
Keep talking. You entertain everybody.
I don't know what to say. So anyway, we're here at SEMA, and if Chris and Jeremy come back, we'll get them on They're part of Leno's garage, and we'll get them on. They can tell us a little bit about Jay's. I don't know if he's on. I know he does. What?
I grab my camera. You can never know on the way what I might see. Maybe some crazy movie.
Doubt it. In your dreams. So anyway, if they come back, because they were sitting right over here, and then they left probably about 20 minutes after we started. So I don't know. Sometimes they'll run out and go get something to eat. It's about 3 o'clock now. They're only open till 5, so not sure where maybe they left for the day. I don't know. But it would be kind of cool to get them on and let them say a little bit about Jay Leno's Garage and what it's all about, and what their part and their role is, and Jay Leno's Garage. So as soon as they come back, we'll have to see. Anybody have any other questions about here at the SEMA Show or anything we're doing? Our time. It might be because they asked when I said I was going to go get us a drink. They're like, "Oh, what are you going to go get?" They thought I meant beer. And I'm like, "No, I'm just going to go over to Starbucks because there's hardly anybody here that's got tea." And I asked for black tea, and I don't know what they gave him, but he drank it. I think that's why he was so down and out yesterday, because he didn't drink nothing because he won't drink water. And there was no tea. I think he had a half of a soda. So he didn't really drink anything yesterday. So he was not only tired and wore out, he was also dehydrated. Chicken wings with the chicken bone. Yep. I haven't seen her in a while. We did have a chicken bone guy behind us about a month ago, I guess it was. We were at Popeye's Chicken in Bullhead. And there was a picture of a lady riding like a chicken bone. Bob said, take a picture of that. But I never posted it. But I don't know if we'll ever find the chicken bone lady again or not. We'll just have to wait and see. Not sure where we're going to stop when we go down this fall or this spring to Daytona. We usually stop in Lake City, Lakeland, Lake City, and stay a few days there. So we'll have to see where we're at and where we're going and where all we're going to stay. I had no tea in Vegas. Kind of like in Mexico. We went to Mexico. You could get tequila, Coke, or water. Or no, not water even. What was it? Tequila, Coke. But they didn't have water. Maybe it was just tequila or Coke. That's the only you'd ask for something to drink, and that's all they offered. Tequila and Coke. Seemed like there was something else. Oh, beer, I guess. Tequila, Coke, or beer. That's the only 3 things. So if you ever go down to Mexico, yeah, bring your own water or your own tea, because they don't have anything else. So got a lot of cool cars here. I did see, was it yesterday? My first car was a 66 Chevy Impala Super Sport. Wasn't the same color. Mine was like a burgundy color. And this was kind of like a gray, beige, I don't know, kind of color. And it wasn't a Super Sport, but I knew it was a 66. I think that's the only year that they made the headlights that wrapped, or the tail lights that wrapped around. Most of them were the 3 little circles, and mine had the tail lights that wrapped around. So no water, no. Bob says he's allergic to water, and you don't drink the water in Mexico unless it's bottled water, I guess. Some of the high-end restaurants and motels, they say you can drink the water, but I don't know if I'd trust that or not either. So anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of walking, and it's just crazy. If you've never been, it's an awesome place to come to see. And like Bob said, I think it's only like 45 or 50 bucks to join SEMA, and then you can come to the event. I'm assuming you get in all the days. I don't know. With the media pass, we get in 30 minutes early, so everything opens at 9, so we can get in at 8:30 and kind of scout stuff around. If there's a booth or something we want to get into early and video something without people around, then I guess that's why they let us get in 30 minutes early. So Ryder X says, have a good evening, everyone. Are you leaving, Ryder X? Time to go? Because it's late out there. So it's 3 here, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. Probably dinner time for you guys. We just got done eating lunch. We just had a pizza. $10 a slice for a slice of pizza. And I think with the, oh, that's for the drinks. With the, time to go do my chores. with 2 slices of pizza and 2 drinks. I got him a Gatorade and me a water. I think it was like $37. Not cheap. I guess the drinks were probably at least $5 a piece. Nothing's cheap like it used to be. I remember when my parents used to come out here and they'd say, "Oh my gosh, it's so cheap to eat out there. 99-cent buffets for breakfast and, you know, $1.99 for lunch and $3.99 for supper." It was crazy. Yep. $10 for a slice. It was a pretty decent slice. It was pretty big. I wouldn't say quarter of the pizza, but pretty close to that. But
Okay.
and it was good. It was thick crust, but the bottom was really crunchy, so it was kind of good. $3.99 steaks. Yeah, back in the day. Now they have all these gourmet fusion restaurants, and I think a buffet, if you can find a cheap buffet, the cheap buffet is like around $25 a person. Most of them are between 50 and up. We saw one, we're staying not too far from the Rio, and it was $64.99, and that was their special for Wednesday and Thursday, $64.99 for their all-you-can-eat buffet. That's way out of our price range. The $37 was a little out of our price range. I was telling them they had that thing up at the Palms, I guess. It was $64.99 for that. Oh, it was only Wednesday and Thursday, their special deal. So they said that they remembered $3.99 steaks back in the day. I said when my parents used to
Well, you
come
had
out here,
99-cent breakfast over
Yeah.
at the
Circus.
yeah, but they went for a long time. When we started coming, probably in the 80s, they still had like a $1.99 breakfast, $2.99 lunch, $4.99 for dinner. They were like one of the last. And we used to have a deal at Terrible's. It's changed names now. You remember what it's called now?
Silver Sevens.
But it was a deal if you picked it up at the state line at the Chamber of Commerce type thing where they gave all the pamphlet stuff. They give you a 2-for-1. So we go there for breakfast only. But I mean,
I think we ate lunch there, lunch or dinner.
But it was like their
Any
normal thing was
buffet,
like
2 for 1.
yeah, it was like $10.99 or $9.99 for breakfast. So we would both go for $9.99 for both of us, and the drink
And it
was
was all you
included.
can eat. It was
Yeah.
a buffet.
But yeah, we don't really. I don't know when the last time we
Coins
ate
or
at a,
tickets for slots. Yeah,
if we ate the last time we ever ate at a buffet here in town. I don't know.
in a long time.
You know,
I remember when I came out here, 68, I guess. My dad and my mom brought my grandparents out, and when we went to Disneyland, and when we came back, my dad wanted to stop at Vegas because he wanted to be in Vegas. So my grandparents watched me, and we went, I don't know, to a convenience store because of course there's slot machines everywhere, and we stopped to get a soda or something. And I really wanted to play one of those slot machines. I was 8 years old. I was like, So my grandpa said, "Here, I'll give you a penny." So I put it in the little slot machine and I pulled the thing and he won like 300 pennies. And he was so mad because he was trying to get rid of his change.
back then the machine would pay you out.
And I was 8, so that was probably not legal anyway.
Yeah, they get nasty
Yeah,
now.
so yeah, it's 300 pennies popped out. And I'm like,
Oh, $3.
yep, for a penny. That was pretty good odds. Reno went to tickets. Oh yeah, almost everybody's at tickets now. You don't hear the clunk clunk.
Well,
clunk.
you don't even have to pull the arm anymore. You just push a button on the slot machines. You don't even. It takes to me. It took the fun out, but
Yeah.
it's so you can spend more.
Faster. Just keep pushing the button. Bing, 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 bing.
How's it go? It kind of rolls. It doesn't really bing.
When you push the button, you just hit the button.
Is it bing?
Some too. I don't know. I don't play the darn machines because they take my money. Mustangs. Can you show some Mustang places, please?
In the videos, you will see that. Right now, we can't walk around a whole
I
lot
saw
because the
Mustang
internet.
cover to put on my Mustang.
There's actually a Mustang in here. The whole interior is all tore out. They actually put they got a new insulation that they're putting in, paper. It's kind of like, I don't know. I didn't really look at it that hard. I kind of, when I walked by, I was like, holy crap, there's nothing inside that. The interior is gone. And I looked in it and I was like, oh, okay. And I looked at the sign. I'm like, oh, that's what they do. Kind of interesting. So we did. There's a lot of Mustangs here. Mustangs, Broncos, Camaros. There's a Cadillac. You watch the video. The family truckster from Vacation is here. Not the original one, but
Where do
close
you
to it.
see?
They added something to it today.
Yeah, it wasn't on there the other day. It's pretty funny. I don't know how to get to my
What are you looking for?
comments. Somebody on YouTube said, "Hey there," and
On YouTube,
Yep.
Facebook.
well, whatever. Facebook. I think this one's Facebook. It's up to date. It's what we're saying right now. So I don't know who it is. Anyway, Facebook user, hi there. I don't know
Rick
who
Raines
you
came
are.
on and said, "Hi guys."
Well, that
hope
was
you're having
a long time ago. This just says, "Hey there." I don't know why it does that. I got caught in the nickel slot at 16. Left me. Got to go with it. At 16, they let you go with it. There you go. How about that? I know our nephew, when his dad got married out here, uh, he put, what did he put, $5 in the machine or something and won a couple $1,000. Just
We
let
do
him
that every
walk
now and
by.
then. I haven't done it in a long time. I used to go buy a machine. One of our friends and was over by us in Laughlin, Nevada, and they did that. They put $20 in it and she won 1,800. And she played it for like 20 or 30 minutes, but she just kept getting the doubles.
It's all those
triples.
bonus spins and, and every bonus spin, it kept getting her more money and it was just crazy. She was just sitting there.
We
and
actually went there the
machine was
next
going
week
nuts.
and played the same similar machine. I got like $80 off it.
He put 20 in and
Paid
I
for dinner
guess-
that night. So normally we don't gamble.
scared.
That's probably the last time I gambled with that one.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll do that. I'll walk by, put $5, pull it, and see if it gets something great. If it don't, well, I've never hit.
That,
I've never
I
hit any of
can't
those.
believe that.
But
In this facility, there is no slot machines.
Nope.
That's the only place I've ever been in Vegas that there's not a.
there's probably other businesses here that don't have it. Dry cleaner may not have one.
I
There
betcha.
might be.
go into
AutoZone,
7-Eleven,
AutoZone doesn't have
I
it.
bet you
No,
can
they
go
don't.
in there.
But yes, you're true, right? There is no casino there. Well, see, a lot of times too, you might have to. See, you're then regulated by the gambling commission, so they're going to be coming in and out of your business to where the convention center here, because it's not open all the time. Probably they may not be able to have them because you couldn't have an inspection when they needed inspected. That'd be my thought, but I mean, I don't know.
7-Eleven does. I know. Any kind of
Gas station,
gas
any
stations,
convenience stores, grocery stores.
pharmacies.
But I mean, I think we went to
CVS.
Ross's and stuff. I don't think there was no slot machine in Ross's when we were in there and stuff. So I don't think any. There's probably a lot more stores here that don't. But the most common ones you're going to go to is a convenience store, grocery store. If you're traveling here, those are probably most places you're going to stop that have slot machines in it. Airports got a slot machines in it.
Fine.
And so, yes, it's more for the tourists that are coming through. I mean, sometimes we go to some of these gas stations and it's locals that are going in there all the time playing the machines.
Trying to make some money.
Yeah.
Because they only have to walk a block down the street to get to it.
Or stumble in.
Did you drop in?
Did you drop in? So, a lot of things going on.
I told them if that Jeremy or Chris came back, we'd get them on.
They
but
ran.
I don't know where they went. I said it's 3. After 3, they might have booked for the day. I don't know. I don't think they have another booth anywhere, do they? There's Rowan. He came on. Good day from the.
All right. And we're here at the SEMA Show. So
Las
we're,
Vegas, Nevada.
Yep, Las Vegas, Nevada. It's day 2 of the actual convention. It started Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. So they go Thursday and Friday. Right now it's open from 9 to 5, and on Friday it closes at 3 in the afternoon. And then they got some other stuff going on outside. They're going to have I don't know if we'll stay that long or not. The battle of the cars and stuff, the builders are narrowing down. They had another one today, supposed to cut it down to 12 today. We went out there originally and went over there and looked at it, but they only had like 6 of the cars. Started out with like 40 cars. I don't know where all these cars are at. I don't understand that. I mean, there's one place I went in here that had a whole bunch of cars in it. So I don't know if that's where the cars originally are all at. I don't know. Like I say, this is our first time and we're just kind of lost looking around at all this stuff and figuring out who's here and who's not. And not everything's posted.
Or achy and tired.
So like when they have a guest speaker or something like that, or somebody signing autographs, they don't put that on the app. You have to go by the booth and they'll have a little sign that says who's there at that time. NHRA had a lot of the people that dragsters and funny cars. They have a bunch of those guys and girls have been here this week so far the last couple of days, and that's right kind of behind us here. We haven't heard them talking at all. The NHRA. And they have a little booth that they do. They're doing videos and stuff. Probably show up on their channels and stuff about what's going on here, and it's pretty neat. I'm really glad we came. I wish we had a little bit better internet where we could kind of stroll around. My idea was I was hoping to take the phone today and I'd be able to go walk around a little bit and show you guys some of the stuff that's going on here. But the internet kind of sucks, and T-Mobile, we had good service. We had some service yesterday.
No,
now we got
it was like
nothing.
18, and today it's like 4 or 5.
So I didn't bring my AT&T hotspot, and I probably should have. Because I was just thinking the Verizon was going to be so good. It was yesterday, but I guess because so many people are coming in, I see a lot of people on their phones doing videos, probably talking to their friends or wherever they're from. A lot of foreigners are here talking to people from where they're from and stuff like that. So there's a lot of some social media is in here. Nobody that we know yet have we seen.
Nobody's recognized this yet.
And but I mean it's more of a car thing than it is a motorcycle event. Cars, trucks.
Although I have seen not quite a few, but a few people with Harley shirts on.
I seen a girl a while ago when I went to the bathroom had a Harley backpack on. And so there is people here that have motorcycles. Guy I talked to today, he was in got hurt at work and he can't ride a bike anymore, and he had a whole bunch of bikes. One was a Harley, and he was talking to us and stuff. And so there is a common coal here. Typically, that's what I always say.
There's a yellow lab.
I think that the industry that we have today on Harleys is based on us being young kids. You know, I had a 70 Duster and I jacked it up. I changed the motor, I changed the transmission, did all the stuff to it. And that's kind of what you can do to a Harley Davidson. You can do that same fun. You can take this bike and you can soup it all up. You can do all this great performance stuff to it, great stereo, all the stuff like that. And I think that's why our industry is dying. No matter what anybody says, I think our bagger group is dying because of that. The kids today, they're riding around in these little foreign cars. You know, would you ever dream of riding around in a 4-door car and having it jacked up or lowered and riding around? I wouldn't even own a 4-door car back then. You know, everybody had 2-door cars. You know, we didn't want no 4-door car. But nowadays, these kids all want 4 doors. They want the little Mitsubishi cars, the Toyotas running around with the big old spoiler on the back. You know, but they're not. They might have that same interest in a crotch rocket, maybe, but I don't see that today. Evil made me jumpy. Tam said yesterday that's what she's seen. I don't know if she said that or not earlier while I was gone. But 2 people dressed up here. One of them came in as Evel Knievel, and the other one, I forget who the other guy was dressed up as. And she thought they were here for the show, but I think they were in costumes. And Evel Knievel, I can't think who she said the other guy was. I don't know. Elvis? Maybe it was Elvis. Elvis and Evel Knievel. I think that's right. And so you see some weird things. There's a guy riding around here on one of those little handicap scooters. And he's like in a clown outfit with a mask on. Got colored hair on and a big pajama color thing. He's still running around today. It looks like he's got the same clothes on. And so I guess he's enjoying his Halloween. But they're over here cleaning Jay's car, wiping it all down. Around here where you can see it. There it is. Oh, he's gone now. It was right there on the hood. Must be on the side. Before we quit, we'll do a little walking around. To show you, like I said, if the camera dies, we've already done our thing. But when Tam gets back here, we'll do a little stroll around and show you some of the exposition hall here. Maybe we can see that and it won't get too broke up. We can walk out the door over here, show a little bit outside. Won't be able to go too far because when you get outside of here, there's a lot of cars and trucks, custom stuff out here. The vendors are pretty far away. We probably spend 15 minutes just walking over to those vendors to see those trucks and stuff like that that's over there. I mean, all kinds of people here. There's Gorilla Tape is here. That slide that they sell, not Bug Slide, but that other stuff that they sell, that blue stuff or pink stuff, whatever it is. They got a booth here. They got a Harley. I filmed that a while ago, but not McGuire's. McGuire's is here too. So there's a lot of stuff like that. Cleaning supplies and stuff are here. Sometimes when you walk by, you're just surprised that they're here. But there's a lot of manufacturers here that I've never heard of. Like a lot of these stereo places that have got like motorcycles sound and stuff. I don't know if it's like maybe some of these companies that sell stereo equipment, they're buying it from this company and putting their name on it. That's not uncommon. They've done that in America for ages. So I don't know. Rockford doesn't do that. They have their own stuff that they have made. But in some of these companies, you don't know some of these smaller companies that you buy stuff from. They may not. Like today, we talked to somebody today. What did I talk to the guy today? That, oh, I guess it was Hercules Tools at Harbor Freight. So I asked him, I said, you don't make the tool, right? The Hercules cordless tools. And they're like, well, I said, you don't own the factory. And he's like, no. What we do is we have the design team that designs the product that we want, engineers, and they send it to the company. And they have people that work in that company too that are employees of Harbor Freight. And that's how they design a tool. Right now, that company, probably in Japan, China, is only making their tool. They're not making any other tools. So for anybody else. And so a lot of times when you come to things like this, you can see like the Snap-on box. I actually seen the company that actually makes Snap-on boxes. I don't know if you could go to them and buy the box, but nowadays I got the Icon toolbox from Harbor Freight, which has a lifetime warranty, which most places don't. Even Snap-on don't give you a lifetime warranty. Ask Amsel Adam what happened to his Snap-on box. That no warranty done. But I believe that quality of that Icon box, whoever's making their boxes, is as good as Snap-on or Mac tools. I see no difference in quality there than there. And why spend some of these toolboxes now? Snap-on stuff's like $30,000. You can go to for less than $5,000, you can buy just as big a box from Harbor Freight. Get the good brand. They got the General and the US, which isn't too bad either. I bought the big Icon box. Now, after I think about it, I probably could have got away with the smaller box, save some money. But I thought that's what I wanted, and it's okay. I'm not dissatisfied. But this place I can put my guns, my electric guns and stuff in, cordless stuff. And I haven't even put them in there yet. Plug them in the wall. Right now, I move my box around. I haven't found exactly where in the shop I want it to be. We may have found somebody here that will sponsor us a motorcycle lift. Cam talked to him today, and we'll see what happens there. We'll call the guy next week and see what they want to do. They're very interested in doing some YouTube stuff, and we also found some other people. I should be talking to more people probably, and we might be able to find a lot more of this stuff here while we're here because you're talking to corporate people. I think just like with Jay Leno here, got a hold of somebody here that we're probably going to get a tour of Jay Leno's garage. He's got a crap load of motorcycles. I wanted to film him both, cars, trucks, everything he's got there. I want to film it all. I would really want him to tell me the story about. I love history, and he knows so much. I wish I knew. You talk to some of these guys, just like guys with Harley. They go back and talk about from the very first bike they built, how it is, the engine size, all that. I don't know all that stuff. I'm not. It's kind of like cars. Older cars. I'm a little bit better with sizes of motors and stuff. But traveling around the United States, there's motors that were built in the Midwest that never came to California, like the 351s. There's a Windsor, there's a Modified, there's a Cleveland, and some of those did not come to California. So it's kind of funny when you come out here, just like big blocks. I think we had, can't think what it was, 390s and Fords did not come out to the West Coast either. They had a different number for it. It was different design. Some of the other ones like that, 427s, 429s, things like that, there's different engine sizes depending on where, probably because of pollution and stuff, and that they had different models. Now everything that you buy is pretty much California approved no matter what you buy. Seems like California tells everybody what to do. And went to the bathroom. She'll be back in a minute. You're all looking for that. Snap-on is 10 times the price. Probably more than 10 times. Probably 100 times. Like I say, I used to buy Snap-on tools. I sold Mac tools for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And there's quality there. Because it was. My only interest back then was I had S&K tools. I really liked S&K. One of our parts stores sold that. I could get a warranty. I don't break a lot of tools. I don't really use a lot of Craftsman. I broke a lot of Craftsman sockets over the years. So my Craftsman tools I've ever bought have all been for home use. Now, we got some tools that I bought from Home Depot, which is Husky. Now, I've had pretty good luck with Huskies. I've run them on the Impact. And the electric tools that I have, and I've had no trouble with. I've never broke any of those either. So, but I'm not doing the same. But the thing with Craftsman tools, what I always didn't like is it didn't have an edge on it. Like if you want to try to start a socket or start a bolt down in the engine, you guys be able to put a little gasket sealer on there, stick the nut in there, and it holds it in place. You could screw it in. Craftsman tools aren't like that. If you put it in, it goes all the way to the top, so you can't start a screw. So that was the biggest thing I found out when I first started working on cars for a living, dealing with Mack, Snap-on, Cornwell, all the different ones that Matco, it's out there. They all got, it's different, a little bit better quality. And the icons that Harbor Freight sells, I'm really happy with them. Somebody told me, which they wouldn't agree or disagree with it, that I heard that the wrenches are actually made by Mack Tools. And but they are very similar in style. The same type of, if you know anything about Mack Tools, they've got the little notch in it to where the nut can fit inside there versus just being round like Snap-on and a lot of the other ones are. So they have that on the Icon brand. So I see very similar to what Mack sells. So not sure, but Mack does make their hand tools. They don't make their cordless tools or anything like that, which a lot of them, they still leave it. They're not like Snap-on. Snap-on puts a lot of their own names on stuff where Mack will leave it Ingersoll Rand or, which I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been on a tool truck, so they might have changed since back in the 80s when I, was it in the 90s? I don't know. The 80s, I guess I quit being a mechanic. Maybe, I guess it was after that. I don't know. She'll have to tell you when she goes back. I'm not good at keeping track of the years either. It's like names.
That was a long lunch.
So, all kinds of people here meeting up with each other. And if any of you ever watch, if you're in the cars and you watch Hoovie's Garage, got like 1.8 million subscribers. He was here today. He was actually sitting right next to us, and I had no idea, never had no idea who the guy was. And I went, somebody came up to him and said, hey, can I get, I don't want to bother you, but can I take a picture with you? He's like, yeah, really nice guy. Take a picture with the guy. And I'm like, well, he's got to be somebody. Well, I can see on his badge his name. So I typed it in and showed a picture of this old geezer. I'm like, well, it ain't that kid. So I typed it in again, put cars behind it, and it showed up with his YouTube channel. I was like, oh man, he's a pretty big YouTuber, doing it for 7 years, and kind of glanced at it. Didn't watch any of his videos because internet sucks. So didn't want to talk to him, didn't want to bother him. I didn't want to say, well, the only reason I didn't know who you are, dude, because he looked up, I looked you up. So I'm not really a fan or anything, but it was just, because there's probably other YouTubers here that
1.8 million subscribers.
He's been doing 7 years and probably very unique. Looks like he reviews cars and trucks and stuff. He's supposed to be like kind of like Jay Leno. He's got a big garage. He was like 31 years old at that time on one of the videos. Said he had over 100 classic cars and stuff. So kind of neat. I don't know where he got his money from. And it's not like he had an accent. So I don't know. Don't know anything about it. Didn't know if anybody watched him or not. Not recommending him, just asking if anybody knew him.
He's got a good channel if he's got that many viewers.
Must be a good job. Had no camera with him or nothing else. He just
Probably
there.
does it on his phone.
No, he probably don't do anything. Probably near to. It looks like he videotapes his cars and stuff that he sees and does and reviews on. So I don't think he would film anything here. He's probably here looking to buy stuff for his cars and stuff. That's what I would think. I'm assuming the guy's got 100 cars. He's got money. You would think. Like Jay Leno, he's got a lot of money. Jay Leno, we've read a lot of stories and seen stuff. He never used to cash his checks. He might still have checks that he has in cash. But I mean, the money that he used to make on the Tonight Show, he never spent any of that money. He just put it all in the bank. And he did a lot of comedy nights still. He still worked all the time. He's still working now. If you ever get to California, we're going to get down there and see him again. It's been a long time since we've been down there. And they said he's still doing it. And we want to check out his show again. Got a really great show in a little bitty bar in
Hermosa Beach.
Yep. Sunday nights. And we're going to, next time we go, we're going to go down there and get reservations and see Jay. But I can see him before that. It's garage. That'd be great. That would be my ultimate dream. Is I've done everything I can. I know it's somewhere around the Burbank Airport. It's garage set, but I don't know exactly where it was at. And I spent a lot of time looking, and I haven't been able to track it down. So it'd be great to know where it's at. And we're not going to give out any information or anything like that on it. But to be able to get in his garage and see his stuff and have him talk about it, we'll probably talk more about bikes. But he's got a steam engine vehicle. He's got all this state stuff. It's just priceless. And same thing, he's getting older too. Don't know how long. He doesn't have any. I don't think he has any kids. Nope. And his wife never gets out.
Well, yeah,
I mean, she never gets on the show or nothing.
But she's huge in, I think, with kids and a big philanthropist. I cannot say that word, but anyway, it's a lot of money. No, she's put lots of money to different organizations, charities. She's big into that in the LA area. So both great people. Name's Marva, something like that. Yeah, if somebody else said that too, we should probably have to get off.
We're gonna go ahead and walk outside. I told them when you come back, we were gonna walk outside and look around a little bit.
Some more refill on your tea.
They give you free refills?
Yeah. Or do you have any cash? I think it might be $1 or something. I guess I can turn mine off. You're gonna take that out.
My phone.
I got the whole one. All right.
Take your camera. All right, so let me turn this around. I'll get my glasses back out because I can't see nothing. So we're going to turn the camera around and we're going to try, because I said they say we're getting kind of, all right, where's my settings at? There we go. Settings, camera. Hey, there I am. Camera, face it the other way. We want to go back. All right. So hang in there. I will go outside soon and tell you what's going on. Hang in here. It's probably might get a little jiggery till we get outside. So once again, hang in until we get out here. And all right, we're gonna sneak out one of these side doors here. I don't see no security around. Look at all the people coming this way. So we're gonna sneak out of one of these doors. Emergency exit area only. Make sure there's nobody chasing behind me. Here we go. All right. So let me know if it gets a little bit better. We have all kinds of cars down there. There's a Hearst death trap. Look at the engine in there. Used to have a Chevy truck like that one over there. It was a light blue. But it wasn't four-wheel drive. No, that's not four-wheel drive either. 3/4 ton, I think. Nope, it's a 10. Half ton. Got big tires on it. Lots of cars and trucks out here. This is some of the stuff that you guys might have seen when the first video we put out. A lot of Broncos here. There's a lot of aftermarket stuff for Broncos. I can't believe all that. The guy's got the wheel spinning there. Spinners on that. So all kinds of stuff. And if you look way over there is vendors. They got more vendors out here in the center. So all the way as far as you can see is buildings here. That's the South Hall where it says UN there at the top, if you can see that. Food is not cheap here. You want to complain about Sturgis. For an iced tea, it was $7 out here. For a piece, one slice of pizza was $10. So don't tell me how expensive it is in Sturgis. There's some motorcycles, electric motorcycles there. A lot of people filming, you see. See, the people like that, that guy does not have a video pass. So that's what always cures me is I had to sign up for being able to film. And there's a whole mess of people here shooting video that aren't approved. Let's walk over this way. I don't know. So are we, is the picture any better now? Let me get my glasses on so I can see the comments. Let me know. There's mothers, waxes and stuff's over there. Oh, nobody else has commented. Are we still on? Is everything still working? Can you see what's going on? Let me know if we're still live. Maybe you can see me. If I walk, does it get jittery? We got a bunch of exhaust pipes over there they're hauling away. Very bright sun today. All right, it says it's good. It's good. All right. There's Clint's in the house. Same guy taking video. I don't know what this is over here. This wasn't here before either. Hit Haddock. Power lunches. So it says autographs. I don't know who it's an autograph with. Oh, who do we got here? Who do we got here? Let's look at the sign and see who the heck this is supposed to be. Tuesday, Wednesday. Pikes Peak Formula Drift Champion from Japan. I'm not even going to begin to pronounce his name. That's one of those guys. That girl's the other one. If that's a girl and a guy's name, don't know. And you can enter from Kumo Tires. You can enter to win a Jeep Wrangler Unlimited with $30,000 worth of upgrades. A lot of contests and stuff going on. This is just vendors outside. Over there, they're going to be doing that. Oh, there you are. Couldn't get the tea?
No, well, I stood in line for an hour and a half.
Sun's really bright. I can't see. Can't pronounce those guys' names. Wednesday. No. See, Wednesday, November 1st and 2nd on this board right in front of us. A rodeo. So try not to blind you guys with the sun. We'll walk over here. Yeah, switching. I need to switch.
Well, you need to put this in your pocket so I don't lose it.
All right, so let's see what we got for comments. Oh, there we are. Jeff says the sound was good. I said I didn't know if it was jumping around or not. Oh, we got a super chat from Jeff. $10. Thank you, Jeff. We appreciate that. It helps out all around. Clint's in the house. There's Rowan. What's Rowan got to say now? I'm walking. I can't read. All right. So we're walking over here. So international wagon over there. We didn't bring our sunglasses, so we're definitely going blind here. Can't see. We're going blind. Oh, they're doing burnouts over there. I filmed that the other day.
Full again.
I think it's around 3 o'clock or something. I think we do that, but I don't know if it's every day or. Oh, they're gonna bring a truck out. I think this truck's gonna come into the Shell Performance area. That smoke over there, they're doing burnouts over there. Look way over there. That smoke, that's burnouts with trucks. I got some of that yesterday. Probably enough for the video. We might go over there tomorrow. I guess we're figuring it out now. It must be every day at 3. I thought they said every day at, or just wouldn't. Next one wouldn't be till Friday. What's funny too is here is on one of the highways right by here, one of the streets, somebody was doing a burnout earlier. I guess they're trying to show off for the show. So they're gonna do some stunts here or do something out here. I don't know what the hell they're really gonna do. Let's see what happens. There's Wizard. That's who it is. I was gonna say that Wizards is here that sells stuff for cleaning bikes, stuff I've seen. There's Blueprint Engines. I filmed some of that yesterday. I think you'll see later on. There's an airplane. It's coming in. There's a couple cars there. Looks like a Mustang, 2 Mustangs, I guess. So we're not sure what they're going to do here. So we'll show you a little bit of this for you guys to see. As soon as it starts. I can't see anything and the sun's in my eyes. What time is it?
see the last.
Not supposed to start till 4. 3:50. Said 10 more minutes. There goes the rail. What? We're going to try to see if we can get a shady area to stand in. You go through that way. I'm going to go this way. Lots of vendors, lots of stuff to see. So we're out now on the parking lot. This is the normal parking lot with vendors. There's eBay's over there. eBay Motors. Get some crab while you're here if you want. Came all the way from Maryland. Few places to sit around and eat. Got some bars around here. There's a bar over there. We can get some alcohol. Big Daddy's Barbecue. There's one of them on the other side. That's where I got my $6.95 tea at this morning. Here's Olin. So for all you people that know about motorcycles, well, they sell shocks and stuff for all kinds of vehicles, not just motorcycles. So kind of neat. You can actually get nitrogen shocks for your vehicles too. Didn't know that. See, something new. We'll show you guys. Hey, things you learn while you're here. You got an electric bike. Cake. Whoever makes those. So a whole bunch of neat stuff. Go over here, Tam, standing in the shade. Supposed to start. We're looking at about 8 more minutes, 5 more minutes before this thing starts. Starts on the hour. So you guys got to wait a little bit longer before it takes off. See what goes on. How many people we got on? I only got 11 on. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stay on. Only 11 people. We're waiting for the action to start. A lot of people over there.
In the sun.
I don't think they're going to do any smoking tires. I think they're just going to like race around these cones and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of black marks on the pavement there, so I don't think they're going to smoke them. But you never know. If they do, I'm going to have to turn it off and get my other camera out. So that's all the convention center. So we actually have, there's the west end is over here. That's the part we haven't gone to yet. This is the other rest of the casino. It goes here, there, that building, and then that one way over there on that side. So that's all the convention center. That's where this whole thing's taking all that up. The buildings are long too. They go way back behind each other. I don't know how many square feet this is, but it's a lot. And the parking lot, like I say, is all full. And so they got this section here that goes down, and then there's a road that goes in between here. And then there's more vendors on the other side over there. More people over there. I don't know. 13 people on. We're waiting for the action to start here. It's probably not going to start till on the hour.
4 or 5.
Oh, is Johnny on the spot? Way over there. I gotta use the bathroom again. He's going through me.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Holy smokes. I guess. What? Straight over there.
Nice Louise.
Entertainment.
Well, I don't know what to say. We're waiting for the cars to see what they're going to do. At the SEMA Show here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Right now here it is 3:55, so we got 5 minutes to wait until the performance show starts. It's put on by Shell V-Power Nitro Premium Gasoline. Performance Unbound. The SEMA Show. That's where we're at and what we're doing. X-M Biker's back. He said, and you guys are still going like the Energizer Bunny. Well, let me tell you, it's getting harder and harder. What was that just went over? Oh, that's the Metro link. So that's going all around. I saw the big shadow. I thought, holy cow. Didn't know what that was coming across. But there's two yellow cars over there, if you can see them. Way over there. There's one, and then there's another one right on the other side of it. So they're supposed to be doing, I guess, like a stunt show. So we'll see what that has to do. That we thought we'd stay on a little bit longer here and show you what that's all about. And we'll get some on a video. Bob had to go take a potty break. So he left me here. So there's lots of people here. You can see how many people are here outside compared to all the people inside. And that's what they were saying. 160,000 will be here for the for this convention for the last 4 or 5 days, or these 4 or 5 days. And then they have a thing called SEMA Fest. And that'll start the 3rd and the 4th. So I guess that's Saturday and Sunday. Or Friday and Saturday. I don't know which. Today's the 1st. And today's Wednesday? Yes. So I guess it'll be Tuesday's Wednesday. So yeah, Friday and Saturday will be the SEMA Fest. And the SEMA Show will end up on Friday. So just waiting to see if this starts, how exciting it is. Oh, they got another car lined up over there.
I've been there.
Looks like a silver car. Got some pinstriping or something on it over there.
Tomorrow.
And then all that behind it is all the convention center. So that's the South Hall over there.
And then find out where those tunnels are.
And then in between this track and the building, all kinds of cars and trucks and hot rods and paint jobs and tons of stuff over there. And then in the South Hall upstairs is like tools and performance things you can use to put in your shop. Downstairs is all tires and wheels. That's in the South Hall. That's over there. Over here, they have a central hall, and that has lots of different vendors of things to do to your motors, to your cars, to the outside, to the inside. And then behind that over there is the North Hall. I guess that's what they call it, North Hall. And that has a lot of the stereo speakers, systems, things like that you can put in your cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, all kinds of stuff like that in there. And way over there on the far side, it's supposed to be like all the newest, latest, and greatest technology. It's over there in the West Hall. So they say the SEMA Show is the only show that uses every square inch of the convention center. The only convention that comes to town that does all that. So we are patiently waiting for these cars to fire up and see what they're going to do. It's 3:59, so we should have only one more minute left.
Get my camera out. You can put that one away too.
So it should start any minute now. Bob's going to try to film some of this so we can put it up on the video coming up soon. There's a bunch of people around us talking too.
Trust me.
All kinds of cleaning products, tons and tons. So somebody else said when I said Jay Leno had all that cleaning products, Bob was showing that. That's what they said. That's all we need is more cleaning products. The market's already oversaturated with cleaning products. This performance show is put on by Shell, V-Power, Nitro, Plus Premium Gasoline. All right, so it's 4 o'clock. They should be starting. Jeez, that one guy, I guess he's up on his shoulders. I don't know, can you zoom in on this or not?
Not on that. No, you can't do it on that.
Oh, there goes the Metro link again. Oh, that one's got, oh, that's, Hemmings paid big money to wrap that one up.
You'd have to do the whole car.
So they're discussing it over there. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys over there. Oh, here comes some more. 8. 1 left, so there's still 7. You could try to win a spot to get in one of those cars while they're driving it, but I tried, didn't win. I won a shirt, a red shell shirt. I didn't win a ride in the car. Taking forever to start up. Maybe that's why it hasn't started yet. I got 4:01. Somebody's clock is off kilter. They're putting their helmets on. That's a good sign. One guy is. Here we go. Oh, there's that guy.
RTR spec 2. That's right. Middle road goes. All the Ford Mustang, very capable. The GT, a lot of horsepower, looks great. Then you spring a little RTR flame ride. RTR, ready to rock. That's right. The RTR spec. Here's the RTR body. You got the wing, side of the front lip, the under tray, the backs, the wheels, a little bit of horsepower.
Yeah.
Take the exhaust, and then you got the RTR spec 2. That's right. 2024 Ford Mustang. Number 2 RTO vehicles. One, Chelsea the Nova, and also the debut of the Bandito, 1,000 horsepower, great engine at the GT 500. That's 1,000 horsepower, Thorn Hammer off-road tempo vehicle, driven by none other than King of the Hammers champion, Ultra Ford champion, Lauren Haley is in the building. That's right. Thank you so much, Lauren. Shaking that Bronco, shaking that Bronco. Who's got the keys to my Mustang? That's what's up. Here we go. Market show, the RTR spec. Great. That's right. Well, this starts right now. Chelsea Nova, 2023 champion. Come on now. It's only been two, like I said. One game junior, head down, two-time champ. That's right. RTR, National Fun House. All-wheel drive, obviously. This is a demo vehicle intended to do exactly that. We need to get a jump out here, right? That jump out here
So at this, we're going to go ahead and leave you guys here because we've got a whole lot of great stuff. We'll have some close-ups of this on another video. So see y'all later.
Bye.